Okay, I'm gonna attempt to show how I draw my characters here. The way I draw differently than most artists do. My tools of the trade are a Pentel .5 pencil. They don't make these anymore. I bought a whole bunch of these when I was a kid in the 80s, and I like it because it's got the little button right there instead of on top where the eraser should be. And I use a pink eraser, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna start drawing my character Jonathan Cope. Originally I was gonna do Owen, but he's much harder to draw, and see if I can do it in the 10-minute constraint that I have. Usually I start with my character's left eye. Being that Cope wears these huge glasses, it makes it all the easier for me. All artists are lazy. I'm no exception. If you can make it easier, then all the better. I'm also very slow and very messy. I make a lot of mistakes, I erase a lot, and I draw a lot of unnecessary lines until I figure out where the lines go. Oops. This is why I don't think I could ever work for an animation studio. I'm just too slow, and I make too many mistakes. Cope has these very rounded eyebrows that sometimes be difficult to draw. I give myself a bit of a guideline, and then I try just to follow that curve. It's his rounded shapes that I think make him so friendly. But I tend to have a hard time drawing roundular characters. Oh, but he's so cute. Okay, see, there's a mistake. That ear needs to go much further back. How are we doing on time? Eek! 6 minutes left. Alright. The thing about Cope's hair is one of my favorite things to draw. And the third strand he has, I cannot get this ear right. Okay, is his longest one. That's something, if anybody ever wanted to draw my character and draw him right, it's that third strand is very important. He also has a very round head, because everything about him is pretty roundular. technology chirps. I'm hurrying too much and making mistakes and messing up his hair. He's got one central hair strand, the very one in the back and in the middle, that's his longest. Let's see if I can't. Whoops! I'm getting draw his suit a little faster than I drew him. To me, the most important thing about my characters is their faces. And Cope here is a bit of a slob. He doesn't take care of his clothes, so he's always wearing wrinkly outfits. And now I'm gonna get messy and just kind of hurry here. Really bad. Not hurry that much. I just draw his hands last. Hands are one of the hardest things for me, but luckily they're not that important. I think in art, the most important thing, especially if you're drawing a human, is the expression that they have. That's really important. In fact, I'm going to cheat like all lazy artists. I'm going to put his hand in his pocket. Wrinkly pants that he's got. He's very thin too. Wow, I almost got all of him on the paper. That's rare. I usually make such large drawings that they never fit on one page. See if I can get his shoes in here. That'd be something. And of course, when I bring this all into Photoshop and Illustrator, I don't have to ink like I used to. I used to ink my drawings and then scan them. No need for that anymore, thank goodness. I just ink everything in Illustrator. Oops! Finished drawing. It's important to make his head nice and round, that you see his other half of his hair strands. Darken it so the camera will pick up on what's been drawn here. That's pretty much it. Whoops. I'm going to shake the camera like that. And we end up with something like this. Here's one of my serious, better finished artworks, as you can see. And it looks like I made it just in time with 9.5 minutes, and I'll stop right here.